Students, welcome to the second session of chapter Metals and Non-Metals of subject science of class 8. Students, today we will study physical properties of metals and non-metals. First property is physical state. You know that matter exists in three forms: solid, liquids and gases. Metals, they exist in solid state at room temperature except mercury. Mercury is the only matter that exists in liquid state. You know that mercury, it is present in the thermometer. We have already studied in class 7. Thermometer, it has mercury which expands when it is exposed to heat. And non-metals, they may be solid, liquids and gases. And you know that all the gases, they are non-metal, and bromine is the only non-matter which exists in liquid state, and other non-metals, they exist in solid state. Next property is melting and boiling point. You know that what is melting point and boiling point? Melting point is a temperature at which a solid changes into its liquid state, and boiling point, it is the temperature at which liquid boils. And the boiling and melting point of metal is very high except cesium. Cesium matter has only 28.7 degree Celsius melting point. It means it melts at room temperature. Whereas there is exception in non-metal, that is diamond. Its melting point is very high, about 3723 degree Celsius. Diamond is a form of carbon. So generally melting and boiling point of solid or metal, they are high, whereas melting and boiling point of non-metal is low except diamond. Next is density. Density means mass per unit volume is called density. Metals, they have high density except sodium and potassium, whereas non-metals have low density. You know that denser material, they sink into the water, whereas low density materials, they float on water. And the density of metals and non-metals is compared with the density of water. Next physical property is hardness. Most metals are very hard. You know that iron, aluminium, copper, they are very hard to break, and they can withstand quite high pressure without getting distorted. Non-metals, they are generally not hard. They are brittle and easily break into pieces when hammered. We can break the non-metals because they are less harder. Again, there are some exceptions. Example, sodium and potassium are metals, but they are soft and they can be easily cut with knife or a blade. On the other hand, again diamond, it is a non-metal form of carbon. It is the hardest substance. Next physical property is luster. Luster means shine. You know that metals, they have their shine. It means metals, they are lustrous, whereas non-metals, they are non-lustrous. They don't have shine except iodine. Iodine is a non-metal which is lustrous. Next property is malleability. Malleability, it is the property in which a substance can be hammered and converted into sheets without breaking. And metals, they are malleable and they can be converted into sheets because they are hard, whereas non-metals, they are non-malleable. They cannot be hammered into thin sheets because they are brittle. Next physical property is ductility. Ductility is the property in which metals or in which any metal can be drawn into thin wires. Metals, they are ductile again because they are hard, whereas non-metals, they are non-ductile. They cannot be drawn into thin wires. Next property is tensile strength. Tensile strength is the property of matter in which a substance can bear a lot of strain without breaking. And tensile strength of metal is high and non-metal is low except carbon fibers. Then thermal and electrical conductivity. Thermal conductivity means they can pass heat, and electrical conductivity means a substance which can allow electricity to pass through them. The metals, they are the good conductors of heat as well as electricity, whereas non-metals, they are the non-conductors of heat and electricity except graphite. Graphite is a form of carbon. Next property is sonoricity. Sonoricity, it is the property in which a material produces sound when struck with something hard. Means it produces a ringing sound as it is produced in bell. So metal, they are sonorous and non-metal, they are non-sonorous. You know that bells in temples or in schools, they are made up of metal because metals, they are sonorous. Now these are the activities given in your book based on the physical properties of metals and non-metals. In this activity, take some crystals of iodine and beat them with a duster. What do you observe? The crystals easily break into small pieces. So this activity, it shows that iodine can be broken down into small pieces because non-metals, they are brittle. Next activity is that the metals, they are harder. In this activity, it is shown that zinc metal, when they are hammered, they become thinner but do not break. It also shows that the metals, they are malleable and harder. Third activity, it shows that metals, they are the good conductor of heat. In this activity, what is done? Iron rod is put into the hot water and the other end of the iron rod, which is out from the hot water, becomes hot after some time. This shows that metals, they are good conductors of heat. Activity 4 shows that copper wire is a good conductor of electricity. You know that copper is a metal, and here one circuit is made in which a battery is connected with copper wire, and copper wires, they are also connected with bulb. Then both the ends are connected with the cell at positive and negative terminals. Then bulb glows. And there is a closed surface, then bulb glows. This shows that metals, they are good conductor of electricity. Now assignment time. You have to write answers of these assignment questions in your notebook. Question number 1. Name one metal and one non-metal that exists in liquid state. Question number 2. Name a non-metal that is a good conductor of electricity. Question number 3. Define sonority and tensile strength. Question number 4. Compare physical properties of metals and non-metals. Thank you and have a nice